Kodai Squad wins again.
Their deaths still carry honor.
Poor bastards.
Check out the loot. They left Gibraltar.
So, Apex Legends.
It's let's just fucking get into it. One of the things that I really like about it, over other battle royales like it, and pretty much every other battle royale I've ever played, is all of the other battle royales feel like they were stringed together with duct tape, and this feels like a game that was made and finished.
Yeah.
It's actually functional, which is
Yeah.
far step from PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which is the
And Fortnite, my biggest complaint, like we had like different complaints about Fortnite. Each of us had a different thing we hated about Fortnite. Mine was the fact that it seemed like, oh, this is something that streamers figured out you can glitch into the game, so that's what people just do, and that's how you're supposed to play the game. Yeah, and well, it's not even like, and then they added to the game. It's just then they don't fix that bug.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Fortnite, I think Fortnite felt sort of polished, but yeah, they did kind of have ascended bugs like that, which was kind of dumb. But
yeah,
from like a gameplay, not a gameplay standpoint, from like the game, the graphics, the engine, it all fit together and worked, right? It just didn't work to become a very fun game.
Yeah,
it's not for me.
Well, speaking of Fortnite, you know, my biggest complaint with Fortnite was the game. I thought the game had really awful shooting mechanics, and that's something that Apex Legends really does well. Like, I think this one is right up there with Destiny, with just how solid the guns feel.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. I can't get enough of like shooting a triple take and making sure that I try to line up my bullets. Like, it has bullet physics and everything, even for energy weapons.
Yeah, and certain weapons have bullet drop too, so it doesn't go as far as like PUBG with its bullet simulation, but it's better than most games.
Yeah.
In terms of that. Or not most games, but most of these battle royales anyway. Here's me getting shot.
Yeah, there you are.
Oh.
And we're like fucked off somewhere completely
I don't even know
different.
where you guys are.
Yeah.
You're like way over there, and
we're like, oh shit, we're coming back for you, Sane.
Here's a finisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
Design and the finishers, like all of the cosmetics that they give you, the finishers especially add a lot of personality to the characters. I really like it, and the characters all have personality.
Yeah. So one of the things that kind of differentiates this battle royale from other ones is the hero shooter aspect. Go ahead.
This isn't. It's not like necessarily a new thing, because like, you know, Paladins did it, but very bad. It's
well,
like,
no, Paladins didn't. They did classes. Well, not Paladins. I forget what the Paladins.
It's called Paladins Battle Royale.
Oh, is it Paladins?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like it has like this fucking. I made a joke about this in my Battle Royale video. It has like this ridiculously long name. It's like Paladins Champions of the Realm Hero Battle Royale or something.
Yeah.
Like I just like put like a bunch of shit over it. It was like, ugh.
Also, it has one of the most forgettable names ever.
Yeah.
Oh, something I'd like to point out in the video here is you just picked up somebody else's weapon skin. That's something I really like. It's like a nice simple little thing, but you can you kill somebody and you can pick up their weapon and use their skin. It's like a fuck you.
Yeah.
But also, going back, you were talking about the weapon drop and stuff, and all of like how that's it has all of that, but it doesn't go as far as PUBG. There was a lot of stuff in PUBG that I felt the only reason this man put this in the game is because he played Arma.
Yeah.
Well, he was an Arma modder.
He was an Arma modder, and he was like
even an Arma modder. He was a DayZ modder. He only.
He was a DayZ modder, and it was like
a DayZ modder is an Arma modder. Come on.
Yeah.
Technically, yes, but
because DayZ is an Arma mod.
It's not like he created an Arma mod game. It's like he modded another game that was already a mod for a different game.
Yeah, but it's still like a lot of the like realism stuff felt needless. It's like he went like halfway with it, where it's like some of the stuff is super realistic, but it's not like up to Arma, so some of it's like, well, this makes it slightly less fun and shouldn't be there. Why did you make that decision? And this game, it feels like, this is from the same guys who did Titanfall. Every fucking mechanic in this game feels Titan perfect. There's like, for instance, there's no fall damage in this game, and it's like,
which makes
that's not super realistic, but who gives a shit?
Yeah. And the guns, some of them are based on like real world models. Like the Prowler is like a P90 essentially.
Yeah.
But not all of them are, and they're kind of like some of them are sort of sci-fi-esque more than others. So they can it allows them to do whatever they want with the guns, whereas PUBG, for the better or worse, is shackled to the kinds of guns that exist in real life and how they want to like have those set up.
Yeah, PUBG can't have a sniper rifle that shoots 3 bullets in a line.
Yeah, because that's not a real sniper rifle. So, man, I'm garbage at this game. Look at that.
He kind of saw you first. Just something to tell you were getting really pissed off about that early on. You were like, I don't know if I like this. It feels really military.
Yeah, we got stuck between 2 squads.
But yeah, the more that I played it, the more that I've like come around to it a lot because it does have like a lot of I love my kind of shooter is like arena shooters. I love arena shooters. But like more than a lot of games, this game is very, very fast and fun. It's I finally started having fun when I just was dashing towards people, like crouch dashing towards people and just punching them in the face and finding that I can kill someone like this.
So I have a long train of thought here, so follow me.
Okay.
One of my favorite things about the Battle Royale genre, like as a whole, is the fact that pretty much you die, you can just stop and get into another game immediately. There's no respawn timer or anything dumb like that. You have to wait through a loading screen or something. But like it's not like you die in like a game like League of Legends where you're just now you sit out for 30 seconds to come back and die again.
Right.
I mean, that kind of happens if you get rezzed and then end up dying again, which happened last game.
And that was the point I wanted to get to. Sometimes if you're playing with a squad, it kind of sucks because you have to like sit and wait for them to win or lose. But in this game, you're actually able to revive your allies if you pick up their death crate and then bring them to a revive spot, which is a great new mechanic that they've added. A lot of new mechanics that they've added are like just vast improvements on the genre in general.
Yeah, I think the biggest improvement, hands down, to the whole genre is how effective they've made their ping system.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because like every other game, especially something like PUBG, like you're constantly trying to tell people information, like, oh, they're at 240 clicks, there's a thing in this building. Which building? The building that's kind of south. Like, so you're constantly trying to use sort of the information they give you to best tell someone something, where in this game simplifies that to such a great extent. It like,
you can ping, I want to go here. You can ping, I think somebody's been here. You can ping, be careful. You can ping defend this point.
You can ping, here's this gun, I need this ammo, I saw someone over there. Oh, or if you ping someone directly, there is a person right there. You know,
and they have recorded voice lines for every character saying these things.
Yeah, and even like really like pings that you would think that they wouldn't have thought about, like someone has been here. They have opened this crate or this door. It just exists in the game.
Yeah, and often the pings are very contextual. So if you like ping an open crate and say someone has been here, it'll say there is an open crate. Like sometimes if your character
will say out loud, "There's an open crate over there. Somebody's been by."
Yeah. Or your character will get shot at and they'll say, "Oh, I'm being shot at," or "I'm being sniped at." Like, so they'll depending on what you're being shot with, they'll even change the kind of voice line.
One character has a passive where she knows that she's being aimed at, and she'll say that out loud for the whole team to hear. I'm being aimed at, and then everybody's like, and that's another thing, the sound design, the voice lines, and it just gives you every bit of information you need so that you're at as even of a playing field as you can get, and then skill is what mostly decides fights.
Yeah, actual skill of shooting, not skill of communication is important, but I mean it's simplifies the barrier of entry of working as a group because it makes it easier to tell each other things.
Yeah. And the three of us have been working as a group in various video games for literal years, and it's still easier to just middle click your mouse button instead of say, I think there's a guy over in blah 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 blah, look at the way I'm looking, it's like,
but we maybe we're not the best at communication, but you know.
That's fair, yeah.
And one thing that I do want to note, like I've been noticing while watching the video, is games like PUBG especially are very slow in terms of like movement and getting places.
Yeah.
And this game, like earlier on, we were all sliding down a hill, and just the speed of traversal is so much nicer in a game like this that, you know, you can be in a 20-minute match, like depending on how long the ring takes or whatever. So just the fact that you can move around faster and get where you're going faster really makes the game feel better. It makes
I think that kind of gives it like an overarching kind of more excitement, because it also means that other teams can get to where you are faster.
It makes the game way more dynamic.
Yeah, like things are happening really fast, and they have a lot of dynamic events too, like the loot ships that will come down, the care packages. The care packages don't seem to be as big a thing in this game as in other games though.
Well, yes and no. I feel like in this game, like you said, because characters can get to you faster now, it means that care packages can end up meaning a lot more than they did before, because even if they're far away, they can get to you if you call in a care package. At the same time, care packages don't drop as much stuff. Like,
yeah, there's less value, so it feels like kind of like people are less likely to take the risk, you know?
Yeah. And it's less of an attractant in the sense that people don't want to get it just because that, you know, it has good shit in it. They want to go to it because they think that the people will be there.
Yeah.
Which is a
and
big
also,
change.
Another thing that really differentiates this from, like, you know, PUBG and Paladins, actually, too, is all of the, like, guns are good. You can get a pretty good kill with, like, any of the guns.
Well, most of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a couple that are, I think they're intentionally downgrades, though. So.
There are a couple that are, like, actually not very good, but most weapons are side grades of each other. Like, they have different strengths and weaknesses, which in PUBG, certain rifles are just better than other rifles. Like, certain guns are just better than other guns, which is not ideal. I don't know.
Yeah. And I completely agree. I feel like especially when it's like as random as the Battle Royale, as far as like what guns you're going to maybe be picking up, you can just end up fucked because you picked up a bad gun, or like you can end up fucked because you picked up a gun that isn't fully automatic. Like in this game, you can just pick up a gun that's like a semi-auto burst fire rifle, and it's really, really good and works just fine.
Right.
Some weapons have different firing modes, but it's less of a thing than it was in PUBG, which is nice.
Oh yeah.
One thing I do want to talk about, just a second ago it was on the screen. We should talk about the monetization a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a free-to-play game, so first of all, that's kind of an important thing to note. Like, it's not like PUBG where there's a buy-in. It is free-to-play. But they do have loot boxes, so...
Right.
Yeah, and of course they're all cosmetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think pure cosmetic loot boxes is a decent way to throw shit out. When you have, like, the amount of customization that this one does, I think that's the big difference between this and something like Overwatch's loot boxes. Overwatch,
where Overwatch has mostly
get,
sprays, because that's most of what they have.
Spray, or, like, if you get real excited, you're gonna get a skin. Sometimes voice lines that you're probably never going to use. In this game, you unlock shit like voice lines that you say automatically when you get a kill, or finishing animations. And Overwatch has those too, but you can also customize every skin of every gun you pick up, which leads back into the kill somebody and take their cool gun. There's just a lot of stuff, like banners for reviving people. There's a lot more customization, and I feel like it's more exciting to open a loot box in this game.
Yeah, well, part of it is, like, there's just more kinds of skins. There's, like, you have weapon skins, you have character skins, you have, like, banner skins. They have finishers, which are, like, what I showed earlier of me getting finished. There's just... They were smarter about their cosmetics. None of it is, like, gonna change the game or anything. Like, it's all just cosmetic. But it is kind of fun to see, you know, yourself... pick up a gun and it's like all purple and shiny and stuff.
Yeah.
there's me dropping smoke and then running around. So I mostly play Bangalore, who has that like smoke gun.
Right.
Yeah. Another thing I think we should mention is just at time of recording, this game is currently fucking killing Fortnite because
It is.
It's
like,
It's not
Yeah.
it's
killing.
just better
Fortnite,
than
but-
Fortnite. It's more fun to play.
Okay, fair enough. First of all, I don't think it's like killing Fortnite because I don't think anything could kill Fortnite at this point. But yeah, they are taking a dip in player base just because this game is so.
I mean, like
good.
I think a lot of the older Fortnite audience is kind of trying to switch to this, like moving to switch to this one. I work with a lot of like teenagers right out of high school, and all of them, of course, were obsessed with Fortnite. But like when this game came out, I had a bunch of them telling me, "Hey, did you hear about this new game called Apex? Oh, it's great."
So
and your response this time was, "Yeah."
Let's make a choice.
Yeah.
So the video just looped. That's all the footage we have. I think we've been over most of the things we care about.
Yeah.
For the most part, yeah.
Like, I wasn't. I was of the impression that I was expecting another battle royale to come out. Like, I did not think that like Fortnite, PUBG, and whatever Realm Royale were it.
Right.
So I'm not surprised that a game like this was able to come out. I'm just happy with how good and successful it's been. Because
how polished it is.
Yeah, I was just waiting for a new one. And we had talked about this outside, like, personally a lot, about how I was just waiting for the next good one because for various reasons we didn't like Fortnite. It was kind of a streamer's game. The building mechanics were dumb and I didn't like the shooting. And then, like,
I think we all agree with all of our thoughts, but
Yeah.
one of them we did. Yeah, it's like this is the one that
One
the
of
one
them
terrible
killed
thing that we
Fortnite
all
for
hate.
each of us,
Yeah.
but we all agree that the other things suck.
yeah.
Yeah, the
And
other
then-
things are huge problems and we hate them too.
And then PUBG, like, had a lot of hackers. That wasn't, I mean, that's not a unique problem. And But, like, just, it was very Arma-esque, and there
It wasn't designed very well.
Just check your station.
Yeah, there were certain things about it
The
that...
gunplay, the mechanics, nothing about it. Like,
I thought the gunplay in that game was fine.
Well, I feel like the thing about PUBG was it was the first to introduce a lot of these concepts and structure of the game. Like, the big thing that PUBG did was the structure of the game. It's just, like, something like Apex Legends has the benefit of hindsight, of knowing what works and what's good, and what things to take from Titanfall. So,
in fact, there was like a little bit of a controversy when this game first landed. That they had jetpacks and double jumping in it, but they took it out because they decided it wasn't fun. And at first, that was like, for me, that was a warning sign. I was thinking, I don't know, that sounds like a lot of fun, but based on all of the other design choices and how the game has sort of worked, it was probably honestly a really good idea.
Yeah. And who knows,
like,
they might add another map later that is like on the moon or something, and there's like low gravity and jetpack. Like that's. I don't think this game is like anywhere near done development. So.
I mean,
I do wish that they would add like the wall running and stuff from Titanfall, because that was always what looked the most fun to me.
Well, but if you look at the map,
parkour maneuvers.
If you look at the map, how it is now, though, there's not enough walls to run on.
Yeah.
So if you were to do that, you would have to make a map built around wall running. So I think that's what the difference is.
Something we didn't talk about. The map design is really, really good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and one of the things that I love about it is when you go into an area, it tells you how much, like, what the quality of loot in that area. Yeah. And it changes every game. So, like, you go into a zone, like, the Thunderdome, and that might be a high loot zone one map, and it might be a low loot zone one map, and it just depends. So,
right.
Anyway, we're starting to run out of time, so, we've already looped over, so I think that's gonna finish this up for this time. We will see you next time with another game.
All right.
All right, thanks.
And stay beautiful.